Hello everyone. In today's video, we're making salmon croquettes. Some call them salmon patties. They are delicious. They're easy to make. It's one of our go-tos during the week. Sometimes I even have them for breakfast on a Saturday with some scrambled eggs. That's just how much we love them. Stay tuned for the recipe and I hope you enjoy. Okay, here are the ingredients for the salmon croquette or salmon patties as you may call them. Very simple recipe. So I'm going to use 2 cans of pink salmon by Chicken of the Sea, 2 eggs, so 1 egg per can. So if you're just going to use 1 can, just use 1 egg. I have my cornmeal and an onion that I will dice up. I'll add only a little bit of pepper. No salt is needed. The salmon is salty enough in my opinion. So we'll get these going. It's a very easy, very delicious, one of our favorites, dinner recipes that we have during the week. Okay, let's get started. I have chopped up a medium onion and I just pretty much took a half of that. I don't need a whole lot of the onion for the patties. So, but if you want to add more, feel free. It's not going to hurt it. It's going to make it even more yummy. So I've cut these up and set aside. All right, now I have drained my 2 cans of salmon. Let me get this out of here. And I'm just going to take this and dump in the dish. Now some of the oil will stay in here. I tried to drain it as best I could. So what I want to do now is just clean up some of this. I like to get some of the skin off and debone the salmon before I start patting it out. Put that over here. So I can just break this up and kind of get some of this off, and the bone, of course, get that out. And I'm sure there is an easier way, but this works for me. And I just get off what I do not want in my salmon and just put that aside. And then I'll get these bones out because I don't want any of those when I start patting. And I'm going to do this for both cans. Clean it up some here. There they are. Get these bones here out. And sometimes I catch a few that I accidentally leave in, but that's a-okay. It's kind of hard to get it all out, but it's not going to kill you. So get as much as I can, and then I'm just going to kind of pat this down and do the same thing with the other can. Oops, here's some I need to clean off. That's quite a bit. And I know some of my friends say they don't even try to get it off. They just, it's not a problem for them. They just mix it all up and keep it moving. Okay, guys, these right here, this is the 2 cans of my salmon. So pretty much squish this up some. So just chop it up. If you want chunks, that's fine, because you're going to roll it into patties anyway. So now I am going to add my onion, and I'm going to add a little bit of pepper as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just add the pepper, just as much to taste as you would like. I love pepper. Then I'm gonna add in my onion. And again, you can use as much as you like. Sometimes I really go overboard with it. But I had the rest of this onion that I had used the other day for a recipe, so I said this is gonna be plenty for me. All right, and then finally, I'm gonna add my 2 eggs. And we're gonna give this a good mix. And then we are going to place this cornmeal on a plate. All right, so I'm gonna mix this up very, very well. And you can add more pepper, or you can add anything else if you'd like. Some people add green peppers and other things. For us, we just like the onion, and that's it, and the cornmeal. We crave these. We have been on a salmon patty kick lately. Sometimes with a side of macaroni. Oh, it's so good. But we're gonna have potatoes, I believe. Maybe potatoes and onions tonight, I'm not sure. But this looks like a good mix here. All right, so I'm gonna get my cornmeal ready, and we are gonna pat these babies out and place in a hot skillet. I have added some olive oil to my skillet, and I'm just gonna get that kind of preheat while I am patting out my salmon patties. But we want this pretty warm so we can start cooking. So I have it right now on medium-high heat. I'm gonna add a little bit more in here, so I'm gonna fill this up. Okay. So we're gonna let this heat, and we're gonna go ahead and pat out the salmon. Okay guys, I've patted out one of the patties, and this gets a little messy, so I'm just gonna show you the first one here before I place it in the skillet. But instead of me just flipping it over, I wanna make sure it stays together. So I just kinda get some of the, lost my train of thought, my cornmeal, and just pat it on both sides. So I don't want to make too much of a mess because I'm trying to get it together. Sometimes they fall apart here on me. So I'm just going to transfer this into my skillet. And it's not as hot as I would like it right now, but that's okay. It's about to start sizzling. And now I'm going to move on to my next one and fill up the skillet as much as I can. I'll probably have to make 2 batches. And I try to shake it off some, then I'm placing it in the skillet. And I'll show you this in a second. All right, we're gonna keep on moving. This is number 3. I love these things. By far, this is probably one of my favorite dishes. We grew up on salmon patties or salmon croquettes. They are just simply delicious. We're gonna have them, I love them with just homemade mashed potatoes, either some asparagus or some broccoli. So on Sundays, we'll have it with some turnip greens. It is awesome. And this doesn't take long at all to cook in the skillet. Not one bit. As you can see, these are cooking beautifully. Just move this over actually. Yeah, I'm gonna have quite a bit more. So I'll probably have 3 to 4 more to cook once these are ready. But it smells so good. Oh my goodness, already. And I really cannot estimate a time per side that I allow these to cook. Just when I kind of see it around the edges become a golden brown, I'll then flip them. I just don't want them to fall apart. The egg should hold them together. And these are being held together pretty well, so I'm impressed. Sometimes mine start to crumble with the first batch, but this looks pretty good. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and add some pepper. on these too before I flip them. We love pepper. Pepper makes everything better. All right, guys, I'm gonna allow these to cook probably for a couple of more minutes. This is on medium-high heat. So once I see them turn golden brown again, on the edges, I'll go ahead and flip these, okay? And then I'll move them to a plate and we'll start the next batch. These are cooking beautifully. I see them starting to turn a little brown on the edges, but I'm gonna let them cook for another maybe minute, a minute and a half possibly, and then we'll flip them. It smells heavenly, guys. Okay, I am now gonna go ahead and flip these. That looks perfect. Oh, it smells so good. It smells so good. Oops, I hit that one on the corner, but that's okay. Perfect. So I would say total, guys, I'll probably let this cook maybe 5 minutes on this side. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. And you can add more oil if you would like. And I probably will need to add a little bit more. Just add it to it where you can just kind of see where the skillet is getting a little dry. I don't want them to start sticking or anything. There we go. And then we'll give these another few minutes and then we'll start on another batch. All right, guys, I am going to take these out. Let me flip it and see. These look perfect on both sides. So, yep, these are ready to come out. Turn it back over. So these are ready to come out. And then we're going to put in the second batch. Oh, they smell heavenly. So this is the first batch here. I'm gonna set these aside, and then we're gonna start the second. All right, guys, this is the remainder of the fish here, the salmon. So I'm gonna top this again, of course, with pepper. And I turned down the heat a little bit, but I'm gonna turn it back up so we can finish these. So as you can see, this is a very simple dish, guys. Very simple. And a lot of times we have these as leftovers as a sandwich. If you put some hot sauce and some mustard on it, oh, you don't know what you're missing. It's delicious. I know my husband does that a lot. He likes his sandwiches. And my mom does too, actually. And these are the last of the batch, guys. We've had 3 in this one. So we had a total of 7. So we'll have some leftovers for tomorrow. These smell so good. Yeah, I feel a sandwich for sure coming tomorrow. You must try, guys. Let me know if you do and what you think of this recipe or any variations that you have. Perhaps you'll add peppers or celery. I've seen that done. Just anything you do. I would love to hear about it. All right, this is it. This is the final product. These look and smell heavenly. I hope you guys give this a try. Add some potatoes, mashed potatoes, or baked potatoes, some macaroni and cheese, greens, whatever you would like with these. Anything with it will be delicious. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know how you make your salmon patties. I would love to hear it. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and have a great night.